Hey guys, this is totally me stepping out of my box. I can hope that you can see me correctly. I'm going to put this here and hopefully it doesn't fall and you can watch me. This morning I'm doing my hair rake and shake style, and I'm going to give you a few curly girl hacks while I'm doing my hair, and you can't see me. See, how can I, is that better? I think so. So, in the morning when I start my hair, after I've washed it, I get out of the shower, I make sure it's really wet before I start putting in my product. So I'm just making sure my ends are saturated. The product that I use in my hair is the Trust Effects Styling Gel from Ouidad. I like this one because it's the strongest hold. I have multi-porosities in my hair. I have bleached ends, I have color and bleach in through here less than what's here. And then, of course, the root area of my hair just has touch-up color on it. So I start with my hair, I take a pump, I go through the ends, I take a pump, and I work it through the top and the sides around my hairline a little bit. This is just so that while I'm doing my hair, it does not get dry. So I'm going to take down a section in the back, and I'm going to clip up the rest of my hair. It's going to take me probably 15 minutes to rake and shake my hair. While I'm doing it, you guys can watch what I do, and I'm also going to be talking about some other things with curly hair that are very important. So for each of these sections, and this section, I hope you can see it, is about this big. This way just is easier for me than the 6 large sections because I have a ton of hair and it's really long. I also like to use this brush to comb through each section. It's like 6 little combs within one brush. So it's not like I'm brushing my hair, I'm using those. I comb through it, smooth it, rake my fingers through it to the end, shake it from left to right, let it fall. The other thing you'll notice is when I'm raking it, my hand is on top of the section, not underneath. You will not get as much control. I'm going to go throughout my head, taking sections like this in a horseshoe pattern as I get around towards the top to apply the gel. But what I wanted to share with you guys today, because I know a lot of you have seen all of us at the salon raking and shaking our hair and raking and shaking yours. And for those of you who are new, it's a really neat styling technique for curly hair that helps separate and define your curls and gives you a style that lasts a really long time. But yesterday, I went to the pool with my kids, and my hair from summer and all the bleach in it is pretty dry. And I have been needing to do a deep treatment on my hair for quite some time. So I washed my hair, and I put the Ouidad deep treatment in my hair, and I put it in a messy bun, and I went to the pool. And with the Ouidad deep treatment, you need heat to process the conditioner for it to work. This is the Ouidad 12-minute deep treatment. So when you're at the pool and it's hot and sunny, the sun acts as your heat source. And it is just a good way in the summer to not take 20 minutes of your time sitting under a dryer and enjoy your day with your kids or get some sun at the pool. So, and I have found too, that doing the deep treatment with the help of the sun all day long is actually the best way to do the deep treatment, because number one, it keeps working. So if your hair is like mine and it's got a lot going on with color and just being curly makes it dry to begin with. It's drier texture naturally. The deep treatment continues to work all day long. And I never even rinsed it out. I just left it in overnight because at night my head heats up, and again, it's working again. I don't think that there's a stop time for the workability of the 12-minute deep treatment. So as you can see now, I'm up to this section of my hair, and I've taken a U shape around my head, and I'm just taking these in smaller sections and adding the gel. I hit a wide section back there, but I clipped off some of this hair. When you're doing this too, it's important that you're not picking up a section that you've already raked and shaped. That's why when you rake and shake, you work from the bottom up. You don't want to go through one of those previous raked and shake sections because you're going to frizz it. Frizz is the evil word with curly girls. So we just rake and shake it, drop it, and move on to the next section. So here's the section that I took earlier that was too big. Add some product. Each one of these sections, depending on how big it is taking almost a pump of product. And that sounds like a lot, but I have to work it from my scalp down to here. My hair is probably 16 to 18 inches long. So you're working it through, and you're raking your fingers through to get it all the way to the bottom. I always do a quick check to see if I've got any stragglers that look frizzy back there, and I don't. So I'm going to keep going up. Take this next section the same way. I'll turn around and show you guys what it looks like in the back if you don't judge me, because it will not be perfect. So you can see it's kind of like a horseshoe pattern, and I usually break it down into 4, 1 on each side and then 2 in the back while I'm putting in this gel. So back to the deep treatment that I did in my hair. So then this morning I had to, of course, take a shower and rinse out the product. But with the deep treatment, you have to put a conditioner over it. Ouidad recommends one of her daily conditioners to seal it in. So I'm like, well, considering how dry my hair feels these days, and I kind of want to put some more blonde highlights in it soon, I may as well just go and see what happens if I put in Ouidad's new Triple Treat Curl Immersion Deep Conditioner right over my deep treatment. So my hair was kind of dry, so I wet it a bit. Not too much though, because I didn't want to rinse out the deep treatment. I had to lock it in with something. And then I applied this, the new product, right over the top. I clipped up my hair, combed it through, clipped it up, and I washed my face, shaved my legs. I left it on for probably 5 to 7 minutes. The directions say 2 minutes, but it also states that if you add even 30 seconds of heat, you're amping up that conditioner that much more to penetrate into your hair. The heat actually opens up the cuticle of your hair and allows the product to penetrate deeper into it, so you get a much more added benefit to your hair. So I clipped it up, went on with what I needed to do, and then it was time to rinse it out. So I rinsed it out, and believe it or not, because my hair is so dry, there was not very much to rinse out. So I just rinsed it a little, and then I'm starting here with you guys with this video. Why this is totally stepping out of my box is because going live, there is no edits on this, and it makes me a little bit nervous, but it's something that I have to do because technology is taking over the world. And it's also better for you guys to see me doing my hair, doing what I do on a regular basis to it, and tell you some quick curly girl hacks. So the first one is, number one, that you want your hair to be super wet before you start this. The reason is because once our hair starts drying on our own, it starts frizzing. We hate frizz as curly girls. So start with very wet hair. The other thing that is hugely important is you gotta make sure you got enough product in your hair from scalp to ends. If you don't, it's gonna be frizzy. So when the product bottle tells you to use a dime, it's a lie. Most people with curly hair have a ton of hair. So a dime-sized product is not going to do anything for you. You need to have way more. And people say, oh, I don't like my hair crispy. I don't want my hair to be hard. With Ouidad, your hair will not be hard because if you follow all the directions, you will have soft hair when it's totally dry. And then your hair will last for at least 3 to 4 days. So I know I look kind of like a troll right now, but this top section here is like a square in the top of my head. You could do this the same way that you do the rake and shake. You could take straight sections. The only thing I don't like about that is there is no straight lines in curly hair. On the sides, it's fine. Your hair falls over it. But if you take straight sections in the top, you get distinct bumps. Curly hair never looks like that. Curly hair is full and kind of wild on the top, and that's what I like my hair to look like. So I'm going to take this section, I'm going to do these sections in angled sections in all the way through to the front, and I'm just going to alternate them. It's a little too big. So I'm going to put that off to the side, clip this up. The reason why I like to clip up my hair is it keeps it tight, wet, and compact. If I let it free fall, it's going to dry, it's going to be frizzy, I'm never going to get the product through it in time because this styling technique takes some time. So you could see how I worked the product through front and back and through the center. Take my trusty blue brush, comb it straight up, smooth it, rake my fingers through it, and shake it off in the direction in which I took it. Now you can kind of see this bump, you're getting instant volume right from the start. Take down the clip, take this next section, now going from this side is this angle. Clip this up. So too, while you're watching this, thinking, gosh, this takes a long time. But let's talk about how much time it takes if you have curly hair and you blow dry it, and then you flat iron it. And then it's summer, so we know you're gonna walk outside. Sometimes you gotta redo a little section right here. Just smooth it, shake it, and rake it. And you're gonna walk out and it's going to be so humid that all the work that you just spent 45 minutes in your bathroom doing and sweating, gone, poof, out the door. And your hair is full, sweaty, with straight ends. Looks terrible. This style gets better and better. I can make this last at least 3 days. Sad to say, but happy for me, sometimes I can go a week and I don't have to do my hair. It's a big time saver in the morning. So there's the next one. The next one, let me get some product, work it through. You can kind of see it's just looking full. Take the next section. And I just keep alternating these sections back and forth, back and forth. I'm so interested to see how conditioned my hair is after using both of those conditioners in there together. Sorry guys. If you noticed on the side, I took a section and I re-raked it. Sometimes you'll get these pieces that you know are just going to look like a George Washington curl. Ugh, I hate them. I rake through them and I just kind of make it piecey. That's the beauty with this, is you are directing all of your curls to do what you want them to do. They're no longer going to frizz. They're no longer going to add Tay-wire on you. With this, you're going to have controlled, defined, beautiful curls. So my sections now, the closer I get to the front, are getting smaller and smaller. Left with this last one. The other beauty of this styling technique on the top of your head, if you're like me and you're getting gray hair or you have gray hair, the more you alternate these sections back and forth, you're kind of crisscrossing it, you're losing that whole line of gray. You won't see it. You can completely camouflage it. That. So now I'm done raking and shaking my hair. I'm going to take the damp towel. When I got out of the shower, I cupped my ends. I threw the towel around my shoulders, cupped my ends, pat dry the top and sides. Typically, I would throw on a t-shirt and shorts, but today I put on makeup for you guys. So I did clip it up, and that's why I had to re-wet it in the beginning. But anyways, that towel is going to be wet. You're going to take that towel, and you want a damp towel, because we're not doing this to dry our hair. We're doing it to accentuate more curl, to encourage more curl. We're scrunching up the hair. Kind of do it all over, even put my head upside down. I'm squeezing it. The reason too why you do not want a damp towel is those dry fibers of a dry towel. Did I say you don't want a damp towel? You want a damp towel. The reason why you don't want a dry towel is because the dry fibers will pull apart all these ringlets and ribbons we just created, and we don't want any frizz. Those pieces that you would pull apart from these ribbons would look like flyaway hair. They wouldn't be with the rest of the curl. Some people like that. I hate it. So damp towel to encourage more curl. Some people even take like a hand towel, soak it, squeeze it out, and do it. That's perfect too. You're getting less friction. A t-shirt, a damp old t-shirt, again, less friction. Perfect. No frizz. Those hairs will end up looking like frizz that separate from these ribbons, and your style won't last as long. You're going to have to work a little bit harder the next day to try and get them to mesh in with the curls. If you use the damp towel, that doesn't happen. So what I'm going to do right now is diffuse my hair. I'm not going to put you guys through that whole long, boring process, but I'm going to diffuse it and show you how to use the diffuser quickly, and then I will come back later once my hair is completely dry and show you guys the results of, again, with my Tress Effects and my 2 deep treatments mixed together. So when you diffuse your hair, you're going to gently let the diffuser do the work for you. You're going to just place your hair in it and let it work. No scrunching. The more you scrunch, you're going to separate these ribbons again. You're going to get flyaway hairs. It's going to look like crap. It's just too much manipulation, and the longevity of your style won't be there. Again, you'll be working that much harder in the morning because you're going to have all these fuzzy flyaways. Let me tell you too about these diffusers that we use at our salon. They're called Bioionic. We are like diffuser junkies. This diffuser, number one, it has minerals in it from natural volcanic soil that create negative ions naturally. What that means to you is a ton of shine. A ton of shine, more of a compact cuticle. Negative ions are what you want in your hair. All day you're subject to positive ions that cause friction, dryness, and rough up your cuticle. This will not. The other beauty of this diffuser, I don't know if you guys can see this, but all the holes are open right now. So perfect when your hair is very wet. You're going to start out like this. Once your hair starts getting drier, you can take this cool little top and turn it. What that just did, it cuts off the airflow from the base of this dryer. You're still getting it through these holes. You're still getting it a little bit on the sides, so you can focus more on your root area. As curly girls, we know our ends dry quicker because number one, they're drier. Number two, if you keep that dryer on full blast while you're drying those ends, let's see if I could, you're going to encourage frizz because it's going to break apart the ribbons we created. So you close it off, you're at the end, your ends are dry, you need your root area to be drier, you just put this right up here and it creates a ton of volume. This is the best diffuser by far. We love it, hands down. So thank you for being with me today on my first live Facebook post, and I am planning to do this at least once a week. If you have questions that you want me to address, please email them to the salon at be_adored, ADORED, @yahoo.com, and I can address your curly hair questions every week in my personal bathroom while I'm doing my hair, and maybe sometimes at the salon. Sorry, I should have shut off my notifications. First timer. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the weeks to come. Thanks. Have a good day, and I will be doing another live post later on with my finished product. Have a good one, and I hope your day has a good you. Thanks. Bye-bye.